All right, folks. Well, we are in Concordia, Kansas, and our Kansas struggles continue. One Walmart, no Target, no GameStop, no Hobby Lobby. That helped us out last time. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a thrift store, so maybe find something there. There's a Dollar General, a Dollar Tree. Don't normally go into those, but it's desperate time, folks. So we'll see. I think our best shot is this first place we're going into, which is Walmart. So this is Walmart Concordia. Maybe we'll strike gold on the first try. We'll see.
When I was a young lad, I would travel with my dad, and if I wasn't bad, I would get a toy. Now that I'm a businessman, I get a travel toy that can, and like when I was a boy, I get a travel toy. Travel toy, travel toy. When I go traveling, get a travel toy, travel toy. When I go traveling, I get a toy.
You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Akerman.
All right, we haven't even got to the toy section yet, and what I can tell you is this is one of the smallest Walmarts I've ever seen. So, not only one in the town, no Targets, no GameStops, no other stuff, but it looks like even within this one, it's going to be a struggle. So, we're going to have to be creative, folks. We're going to have to, really open up our minds to the possibilities that are available here. All right, we've made it to the toy aisle, and I've already started within the loud music, so Walmart trying to get me demonetized. A little T-Rex action. I think it's kind of cool. I really love the paint apps that they're getting on these things. It is fabulous. I mean, I'm not a huge dinosaur guy, but those paint apps are just really good. A little How to Train Your Dragon. Star Wars. I gotta really take my time and look at things today, because this is probably gonna be our best shot in this whole dang town. So normally things that I would just pass by, probably gonna have to seriously consider, like the mix-and-matchers. Really haven't done the mix-and-matchers, but maybe this is the time that I need to pull the trigger. Let's see, you got Hulk down there, you got Iron Man, Cap, Black Panther. Who's back there? Another Black Panther. Okay, so some mix-and-matchers. Spider-Man. Now here, this is a real possibility. Got some Optimus and Bumblebee blockies. $11.48 for the classic class. That's a pretty dang good price. Yeah, that's interesting. That's definitely a maybe. Got some of those little metal ones. Some more mix and matchers. Here we got some Transformers ones. They're like all the way to the end, so let me pull the first one off so that I don't knock stuff down. Got Megatron, Optimus. Looks like they're just a bunch of Megatron and Optimus. Up there, anyway. Here we've got Optimus Primal, Starscream, my personal friend. Some more Optimus Primal. Got a Bumblebee. Bumblebee's my least favorite. Just so you know. That little wrestling set we saw the other day. Some wrestlers. What is this? Is that like a base for them? Oh, look at that. It comes with like little stands so you can do like poses and stuff. That's kind of interesting. Not interesting enough to get, but still interesting. Much better CM Punk than what we saw the other day. Some nice soft goods there on the Gunther. Jiu-Jitsu. They're squishies. Huh. Yeah, they're like stretchy ones. Hard head and stretchy body. Huh. Interesting. Some mystery stuff. Some toilet people. Maybe this is the day that we pull the trigger on a toilet people. We've seen quite a bit of them. They got really cool bodies. So if I wanted to use one as a custom, I mean, they do have cool bodies. I don't know that I'm that desperate. I'm pretty desperate, but I don't know about that desperate. Eat shit, Sonic. Got some Zelda, Metroid. Metroid figure's kind of cool. Kind of articulation we got on this. Not bad. Not bad. Pokemon. Minecraft. Okay. Alright, got a very small collector spot here. April O'Neil. Got some dinosaurs. Silence of the Lambs. Another April O'Neil. Eastman Turtles. Got an Ernie and a Bert. A lot of people have been raving about these. Not my thing though. Not my thing. Nosferatu. Last Ronin. Okay. Some Ben Cooper. Pet Rock. Communicator. Wednesday. Predator. Man, you can't even get NECA stuff. Really. Like a RoboCop or something. Man. Rough. It's a rough one, folks. It's a rough one. I'll keep looking, but I think this place is done. Still in Concordia, on, I believe, Main Street here, or what they're calling Broadway. Not really a Broadway. There is an antique store and a thrift store next door to each other. The antique store, I believe, is called Dan's Antique Store. Not bad. No toys. I didn't film inside there. Dan seemed very nice. Small little place. The one next door to it is called Catholic Thrift Shop. Bigger. It had like baby toys and stuff. Nothing worth filming. But it also reeked of pee. Like, I don't know if like people that are working there, like if they just get accustomed to it and they don't know, or if nobody is like giving them a heads up. But then I also, like, on the way out, I noticed that they had like used underwear. They've got like used boxers and briefs that people have turned in and they're reselling. Don't sell used underwear and don't buy used underwear. And if you're a store, maybe don't carry used underwear. Maybe that's part of why it smells like pee. Just saying. So now back to your regularly scheduled program. All right, so since last we talked, I hit up another thrift store, another antique store. Didn't find anything, but they were nice stores. You know, follow up from the last video. If it came across as I was shaming anybody that needs to buy discount underwear, I am definitely not. But there's places to buy discount underwear, and then there's places to buy used underwear, and those are different. If you need help, if you're out there and you're needing underwear at a cheaper price, and you're having trouble finding some, let me know. I'm here to help. Once again, not shaming, but there's better ways. So since I can't really find much else in terms of toys, it is very much a dead town on that front. I found this history museum, so I figured we'd go inside, take a look at some of that stuff. That's got to be kind of cool, right? So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna take you inside. Here we go. All right, just walked in the front door. Got a little wooden dog here. So that's interesting. I guess, some stuff about the town and construction. Some doggies. Look at this. Cool carriage. It's kind of neat. It's really cool. Motorized. Okay, I thought this was like a, oh, this is a car. Very cool. Got some old logos up there. It's pretty neat seeing all those. Phonograph. Old hubcaps. Look at this guy. That's pretty fancy. It's nice. I like that. A little go and stop. That's pretty key. Cool. Look at this truck here. International. It's pretty neat. $19.50 IHC pickup. Bunch of old spark plugs. Kawasaki bike. Squeeze by here. Bunch of old tools. Pretty neat stuff.
People moving. Sure, thank you.
Yeah, 1 cent. That's pretty cool.
And this is the annex to the museum.
Oh, okay. Where's the rest
The
of it?
main museum is catty corner from here. It's the old Carnegie Library.
Okay. That's pretty neat. Wow, little Model T. So that other building that we were in apparently is the annex. And an annex is append or add as extra or subordinate part, especially to a document. A building joined to or associated with the main building, providing additional space or accommodations. I think it's probably that second one. So this is the main building that we're at now. So we're gonna go in and see what they got. Okay, we are in the main building now. that. That's a nice little centerpiece when people walk in. So apparently in here, they have a letter from Martha Washington. Very cool. Some neat stuff. Neat stuff. A lot of it I don't know what it is, but it's neat. Very cool. That looks brutal. I need to make that into a mythic weapon. Oh, look at that, some old toys. Pretty neat. Some old medals. Wow, that's a big train set. Very cool. Really neat. Man, this thing just goes forever. No wonder they needed the annex, which is a separate building, apparently. This is pretty nice. I need to get Darla set up like this. I have to shoot her a picture of this. Some of the attire. Fancy. Some old hats. I'm gonna get a hat. That's cool. Some furs. Very neat. What we got in here? Oh, looks like we might have some toys over there. Look at that, an old dollhouse. Wow. Oh, look at this one. Really fancy. Some old Barbies. nesting dolls. Look at these guys. Uh-huh. Huh, crazy. Some games. All right. Oh, look at those. Here's the other side of that dollhouse. Awesome. Well, I think I'm gonna head downstairs and see what they got down there. Okay, we're downstairs now, and this is Lester's Sweet Shop. So that's pretty cool. Look at this. It's like a time warp right here. Very cool. Neat stuff. Oh my goodness. That's a real thing. Holy cow. Looks like a torture device. Holy moly. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna take some pictures for Pete McCarthy. He'll get a kick out of that. Blacksmith shop. Wow. Look at that. That is cool. Super cool. Get some more equipment here. First microwave in this town. That is a big boy. Some old washing machines. This is kitchen in 1880. So in 1880, this is what a kitchen would look like. Cool. And this is 1940. Music room. Says nursery on this, but it doesn't look like a nursery. Man, that's cool. All these old cameras. Some old equipment there. I have to share these with a bunch of my photography buddies. That's pretty cool. Snap some photos for them. Jail cell. Cost of $103. Holy moly. That That does not look fun. Yeah, that does not look fun. Look at all that. That is crazy. Well, nothing to purchase here, no travel toys, but man, talk about cool stuff. Good, cool stuff. I know this is a little different. Sorry for the bait and switch. I intended it to be a travel toy video. There's just no toys to be had. So, all right. I think that's gonna do it for that part. We'll see you back at the hotel. All right, so I am at the hotel. This is the Holiday Inn in Concordia. Really nice room, actually. It's got a table, multiple chairs, a couple desks. So I guess I could show you. There's a little table with some chairs, coffee table. You got a table, desk over there, cook chair, bed. So pretty nice setup. Sorry about the fact that we didn't have a whole lot of travel toy stuff there. I did get something, which we will get to here in a bit. But there wasn't a lot of travel toy action. As many of you know, when I was a kid, if we were good on our trips, we got to get a travel toy. That's where this all kind of started from. One other aspect of that was not only did we get a travel toy, but we also got to go in the pool. Now, a lot of times because of my work schedule and stuff, I don't get time to visit the pool. But today, because there wasn't a lot of travel toy options, I do have time, and they do have a pool. So I'm going to go down there and do a little swimming, relax, cool off a bit. It was a hot day, quite a bit of driving again. So yeah, go hit the pool. I'll show you what that looks like. And then later on, we'll come back and do the travel toy. All right, we are here at the pool. And gotta say, initially, looks pretty good. Pretty good. Nice blue trim on the pool. The water looks nice and clear. I got a little hot tub over there in the corner. So all in all, I haven't dipped my toes in yet, but I would say right now, I give this a pretty good pool rating. I'll have to give you my official rating afterwards, though, because I gotta get in, gotta see. I'm getting some towels right now, so gotta see what the towels are like. Gotta see, the water. Is it sometimes it's kind of sickly warm to where you're like, ugh. Sometimes it's too cold, where you get in, you're like, oh my goodness, this is like freezing cold. I would rather have it cold than warm, if I'm being honest, especially after a long drive in the summer. But yeah, I'll have to kind of swim around and stuff, but looks alone and setup, right now I'm pretty impressed. So yeah, give you a little review once I get done. I am here at the hot tub now. So there's the hot tub. Once again, looking pretty good. It's got a little timer on here. Looks like it goes to 60 minutes. So 60-minute timer. So yeah, we'll do a little pool action, a little hot tub action, and then I'll let you know what my thoughts are. So see you guys in a bit. All right, so took a little dip in the pool. I am now in the hot tub, the spa. Yeah, is it called a hot spa? It says spa. Is this a spa? The spa was like where you go and they put like the cucumbers on your eyes and stuff. I don't know. But yeah, I've turned on the timer. I would say the jets are not the greatest. Show you the water. Like, it's just barely moving. It's warm, feels good. If I was to review the pool, I would give the pool, I'm gonna say 4.5 out of 5. I think it could be deeper. Deeper would be nice, but I think there's liability reasons if you go over 5 feet. But other than that, I mean, it's clean. It was a good temperature. You know, they probably could have had, you know, I almost pulled a necker fallen when you get out of the pool. I don't know if is that a normal word, necker? My dad would say that, like if you slip, I don't like go, oh, like I guess your neck throws, but I don't know. So I don't know if that's a normal word or not. But like sometimes they'll have, like when you first get out, they'll have like the little textured, almost like feels like rubber beads, like when you first get out, just so you have a little bit more grip. So that would have been nice. But other than that, so I think I'm gonna move it down to, we're gonna give it a 4. We're gonna give it a solid 4 on the pool side. On the hot tub side or the spa side, whatever it is that we're calling it, I'm gonna give it a 3. It's nice and clean. It's a good temperature, but like the jets are doing like nothing. Like I'm sitting right next to 2 jets and it's like nothing going on. So, so between the two, I would say close to 4 on the whole experience. You know, really nice and clean area, and nobody's here, so that was nice. Got the whole thing to myself. So, so I'm just gonna relax for a little bit here, and then you know, later on we'll go up to the room and take a look at a travel toy, see what we have. So, but all in all, pretty good experience. Not a lot of travel toy options, but the museum was fun, and we did pick up something. So I'll talk to you guys when I get back there to the room, this time for real. All right, so that will do it for the travel toy. No more stops. We are at the hotel. We've done everything that we need to do. And we did pick up a toy. So let's see what we got. It is a Blockies Optimus Prime. So love the packaging on here. You can see the kind of light reflecting and giving it that like rainbow effect. So pretty cool. So we will open up this guy and put them together, and then I will be right back. So see you folks in a minute. All right, got the cellophane off of it. I was gonna just put the whole thing together off screen, but I thought, you know what, let's maybe try to do it on screen. But that might take a while, so we are gonna do fast motion. Okay, we finally got that together, and it was a bit of an ordeal. So yeah, quite a few steps. I made sure that I don't have any leftover parts here. Got all the little things here, but I used all the parts except for, it looks like they included one extra neck piece, in case I guess you have problems with that. And they included, you have the option for using either the fist or the weapon here. I'll probably actually just switch it out for the fist at some point, but this is what it looks like. There's a couple stickers that go on the base here. You've got these like effects here. There are these little like pegs here that has like an Autobot logo, but it's too big for this. It would probably fit in this. Let me see, maybe it's too big for that too. Yeah, too big for that as well. So I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with these little Autobot logos, but yeah. So I believe it was like 12 bucks. For 12 bucks, got a lot of time in a craft. So if you like putting things together like Legos or mini blocks, Blakies, whatever, it did provide a bit of time putting it together. And then when you're done, you've got a very cool base and also a very articulated figure. So that's one thing that's really cool about these blockies, Blakies, whatever you call them, is that, you know, once you get them built, the articulation is really good. Like you get quite a bit of movement in these little guys. He does have a light up feature. I think you're supposed to like shake him, and his eyes kind of light up. I don't know, I had trouble with that, but if I pop his head off, you can see there on my finger, it just lights up ever so slightly. So it's not a huge thing, but like I said, quite a bit of articulation. If you like Legos and you like Transformers, you'll love Blockies. These things they're just a lot of fun, and they're really cool looking. And you know, once you're done, you can get them in like super cool poses, running poses, firing, you know, whatever you want to come up with. You know, these things are just pretty fantastic for, you know, posing, photography, just, you know, putting a kind of a display on your desk with an, you know, like an action display. So, and then just, you know, even just standing still, they are really cool looking. So there's this one. Once again, this is Optimus Prime. This was travel toy video number 12. And it's time now to go back home. So until next time, folks, keep traveling.
When I was a young lad, I would travel with my dad, and if I wasn't bad, I would get a toy. Now that I'm a businessman, I get a travel toy that can, and like when I was a boy, I get a travel toy. Travel toy, travel toy. When I go traveling, get a travel toy, travel toy. When I go traveling, I get a toy.
You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Akerman.